Yo, what's up guys? Earl DFS coming back with another NHL video, and today we have a 12 game slate to go over. We've had some pretty big slates. Yesterday we only had 2 games, so I didn't do a video. But today we're back on that grind. So let's hop right into it. First game here, Montreal Canadiens and the Anaheim Ducks. 3.1 for the Canadiens, 2.4 for the Ducks. John Gibson versus Carey Price. Looking at this, I don't want too much from the Ducks. I think John Gibson could be a sneaky pick. He probably won't get the win. But if we look here, Canadians shoot the most shots in the league, followed by the Knights. So if they just shoot one shot over their, or 0.3 higher than their average, John Gibson is getting the save bonus at 6.9K. So that could be a nice sneaky play there. But overall, I like the top line for Montreal the best. The Donat, Tatar, Gallagher line. I'll probably get to, seeing it's a 12 game slate, I'll probably get to 5%. I gotta recheck that because I think I set it for 5%. But I'm going to get to a decent amount of that overall. I'll partner them up with Petrie, Weber, Sherratt, someone along those lines. For the Anaheim side, if I have to go to a line, it's that top line. But I'm not interested in this team at all. They're not projected well. They're on the road. They're massive underdogs, low total. And overall, not a great team. So I'm just going to avoid them on this 12-game slate. There are so many better options than the Anaheim. Speaking of better options, we have the next game, New Jersey Devils, Philadelphia Flyers. 3.65 for the Flyers, 2.35 for the Devils, Mackenzie Blackwood versus Brian Elliott. And I am liking these top 2 lines from Philadelphia. Van Riemsdyk, Giroux, and Kaneki. Wow, I can't speak. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. I have to learn it. I like that top line with Provorov and maybe Niskanen. And then for that second line, I like it with Sanheim and Myers. Overall, I'm probably going to get to a decent amount of this Philadelphia team. Right now, I have them at 9%, which on a 12-game slate is actually a decent amount. So I am getting to them a little bit. I like that matchup. I like the total. And I like how much they're favored by. So Elliott will probably be someone I get to around 5% as well. Take a look how much I got to Elliott. Got to Elliott 5%? 5%. Okay. Nothing crazy. So overall, I like the top 2 lines here for defensemen. I like Provorov and Sanheim. On the Devils side, I do like that top line. I like the power play correlation with Severson, but overall, I'm not a huge fan of the Devils to win this game or to show up. So it's in Philadelphia. I like the Flyers for this matchup. Next, Vegas Golden Knights, Florida Panthers. 3 implied total for the Knights, 3 implied total for the Panthers. Marc-Andre Fleury versus Sergei Bobrovsky. And I like this. I like the top 2 lines for Vegas, the Strasny, Marchessault, and Smith line, and then the Pasquarelli, Stone, and Stevenson line. I like partnering those 2 lines with a Theodore because the power play correlation for both those lines. And then Schmidt is also a nice one. If you're looking for value, McNabb or Holden, they're 3.1K each. They're not on the power play, which means their ownership will be lower. It'll be probably less than 1% owned for McNabb and Holden. So that's something to keep an eye out. If you want to stack the Knights tonight, those guys will be the low-owned defensemen to go to. On the Florida side, this top line actually looks kind of interesting, especially with Maglin producing a little bit of value for it, or you can just do a Dadanoff, Huberdeau, 2-man, which definitely makes this interesting when you're trying to stack. And then if you're doing the Dadanoff, Huberdeau lineup, Yandel I think is the defenseman to go with. Or you can do a Matherson or Ekbald. They'll be skating with that top line. But overall, you can get to a little bit of this game. I don't know how much I'm getting to Vegas. 10%. Okay, I'm getting to a lot of Vegas. They're really popping out. And Florida, 5%. Okay. So overall, I'm getting to a decent amount of those teams. Next, we have the Los Angeles Kings and the New York Islanders. 2.32 for the Kings, 3.18 for the Islanders. I really like this top line with Lee, Barzal, and Epperle. They've been playing really well lately. Barzal I think he got the game-winning goal yesterday. No, Beauvillier got the game-winning goal, but he got the game-tying goal with 2 minutes to go. 19 points, 12 points, 3 points the last 3 games. So I'm liking this top line. They've been playing really well lately. Beauvillier, he scored 2 goals last game. He wouldn't be a bad one-off. I like that top line, though, with Taos, with Bullock, with Letty. You can mix and match what you like here. I like Varlamov tonight. He's a big favorite, minus 190. So I would definitely look at Varlamov to get you at least the win bonus, if not a little bit more. And the Kings generally take a lot of shots. Right? No, they don't. Where are they? Why can't I read? No, they do take a lot of shots. They just don't score a lot of goals. I had it right the first time. They take around 34 shots a game, but only score 2.5 goals a game. So they're really nice. They'll get you the volume, and they will not be scoring much. So I definitely like this Islanders goalie, Varlamov, and that top line. Also, Bellows is opening his NHL debut, got an assist, so shout out to him. Next game, we have the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Tampa Bay Lightning. 2.84 for the Penguins, 3.66 for the Lightning. Christian Jarry, Andrei Vasilevsky. I really like this top line once again for the Lightning. That point Kucherov-Stamkos line is arguably one of the better ones in hockey, behind probably Boston 1. I think they're probably the number 2 line in hockey. So I like that point Kucherov-Stamkos line. I'll probably be getting to a decent amount of them. I got 6% so far, and I'll probably bump up to get a little bit more. I like Hedman for defenseman. McDonough has been playing good at not a terrible price. Cernak's been playing well at not a terrible price. So you can mix and match. And then Ruda, he's mid-price, skating with that top line. So if you want to play him, that's not a terrible play. He can get an assist with that top line. He may be a sneaky pick. He's not on a power play. He's just skating with that top line, which may go overlooked. So I may get to a little bit of Ruda today at 2,500. Over on the Penguin side, I'm going to be getting to that Hornquist, Malkin, Rust line. They got the power play correlation. I like that with Letang. I like that with probably a little bit of Moreno and Peterson. Because they'll be skating with that second line. But overall, Letang with that second line looks really, really nice. As for goalies, I'm not going to get to too much goalies here. These are 2 good offensive teams, so I'm probably going to fade the goalies on this matchup. Next, Detroit Red Wings, Buffalo Sabres. 2.44 for the Red Wings, 3.56 for the Sabres. Jimmy Howard versus Carter Hutton. I'm not a huge fan of the Red Wings tonight. I'm never a fan of the Red Wings. They're the worst team in hockey. You can be sneaky with them. They mixed up their lines a little bit here. It's no longer Bertuzzi, Larkin, and whoever that third guy was, Fabry. They're really mixing up these lines. I don't like it. It's just messy, and I don't like the Red Wings even against a Buffalo Sabres team, which also sucks. But I like actually a decent amount of Buffalo tonight. I'm actually getting a 10% Buffalo. In simple, you play against the Red Wings, and Buffalo is home. Got a big total. Got a superstar on their team. So I'm getting a lot of Jack Eichel, Reinhart, and Vesey. So definitely something I'm going to be getting a decent amount of, along with maybe a Ristolainen. Could be an interesting play, but probably I'm just going to be stacking that top line, going elsewhere for defensemen. Next, we got the Colorado Avalanche, Ottawa Senators, 3.82 for the Avalanche, 2.68 for the Senators, Peter Gaudreau and Craig Anderson in net. Once again, I'm going back to Colorado 1. They are my top exposed stack. I like them with Makar. I think I got a decent amount of Makar as well. If I go to defenseman here, I believe Makar may be one of my top defensemen. Yep, second behind Hedman, Ekwald, and Ristolainen. So I'm getting a lot of Colorado 1, and then you mix and match with that, probably a cheaper line or something like that. For the Senators, if I had to go to a line, I don't think I'm going to any Senators tonight. It's just not a great matchup, and they're not a great team, and there's better places to play tonight rather than this Ottawa team. But if I would, going to Connor Brown, Tkachuk, and Peggio could be an interesting play. Maybe Shabbat. He still gets a lot of time on the ice, and then Hainsley. He's mid price, so if you're looking for a budget defenseman, there you go. Next, Winnipeg Jets, St. Louis Blues, 2.44 for the Jets, 3.56 for the Blues. Connor Hellebuck, Jordan Binnington in net. I like this top line for Winnipeg. Lane, Scheifele, Connor with Poink or Morrissey. They don't have the greatest of matchups, but they can make something happen. They are a decent line. They got the power play correlation, so I think they have a chance at being something decent tonight. That low total kind of will scare people away, so they could be a leverage contrarian play, and so could Connor Hellebuck at 6,900 going against this Blues team that has a high total, but they're a very slow-paced team, especially when O'Reilly, Perrin, and Stanford are on the ice. They don't really shoot many shots. They're towards the bottom of the league in shots. They're about 30 a game, so nothing crazy. But I am getting a decent amount of that Sanford, Perrin, and O'Reilly line, I believe, or Blues in general. They're one of my 5%. So I'm getting a little bit of them, nothing crazy. But overall, I see more value in the Blues than the Jets. I am getting 3% Jets, 5% Blues. Yep. On to the next game. We have 4 more games to go. We are in the 8 o'clock games. So yeah. Vancouver Canucks, Minnesota Wild, 2.86 for the Canucks, 3.14 for the Wild. And I am not getting to too much on this game. Minnesota Wild just don't project out well. I'm not going to really be playing them at all. They have a very easy power play stack when you do the top pairing and the top line. That could be a highly, highly correlated stack because they're getting a lot of 5-on-5 and power play time together. But it's not a team I really want to go to tonight. I'm going to be going to the Vancouver Canucks here with the Miller, Peterson, and Bozier line. Pairing that up with Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes, one of my higher-owned defensemen. Right here, 7%. I know that's not much, but I'm getting 6% Vancouver stacks. So overall, and how much Minnesota? 3%. Okay, so nothing crazy from Minnesota as well. On to the next team here. Nashville Predators, Calgary Flames, 3.25 for the Predators, 3.25 for the Flames. Pekka Ryan, David Riddick in net. I think I'm getting more to the goalies in this game. 3% Calgary and 5% Nashville, but I'm getting to more goalies. I believe Riddick and Pekka Ryan are two of my top 5 exposed goalies. Pekka Ryan's my top, which probably won't stick. I probably want Grubauer as my top here, or I don't know, maybe Gibson. Not Gibson as like a top one, but overall, I'm not getting too much into these lines here. Maybe the Duchenne, Johansson, Grunlund line, but overall, nothing too crazy. Maybe some of the third lines as value for Colorado, but other than that, nothing outrageous. Last 2 games of the night, Carolina Hurricanes, Arizona Coyotes, 2.82 for the Canadians, 2.68 for the Coyotes. Peter Mrazek versus Antti Ranta. I'm going to be getting to some Carolina too. Probably around 4% I have for stacks for them. It's not too much from the Coyotes. I think some Kessel, Stepan, two offs, Taylor Hall, 1 offs, but nothing insane here. It's a low total. Nothing crazy fantasy-wise here to play for this game. Maybe a little bit of like Edmondson, Gardner, they're cheap defensemen. Vance Riemsdyk at 2,500, I guess. Fleury at 2,500. You're getting value from these Carolina defensemen, but not much else from this team I see tonight. And on to the final game. Edmonton Oilers, San Jose Sharks, 2.78 for the Sharks, 3.72 for the Oilers. Mike Smith versus Aaron Dell. And I'm getting to the obvious players, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, getting those top 2 lines, and then probably some Clefbaum to go along with it, and basically no Sharks. If we go to team stack, Edmonton 9%, San Jose 4%. These are just preliminary crunches, though. They'll probably change throughout the night. But that's about all for this video. My top plays, Colorado won. Nothing surprising there. Buffalo won against that Red Wings team. Tampa Bay won. Maybe some Islanders won. And then Philadelphia 1 and 2. But that's going to do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video.